Alexa.
Yeah, we have a weather impact alert for this weekend because we will have some rain and storms this weekend. Later Saturday into Sunday morning, there is a low chance for some severe weather this weekend. Not a huge concern, but we'll watch it. And then next week, we'll have another round of storms coming in. It looks like early Thursday of next week, and we could see more severe weather by that time later next week. So a lot to track. Now, today is pretty nice. We've got a mix of sun and clouds. It's mostly dry. There are some showers happening in South Mississippi, and it's possible later today we could see a few passing showers. It is 81 degrees. It is very warm. It's humid and it's breezy. That's how it's going to stay through today and tomorrow. It'll be warm all weekend long. We have south winds coming in around 15 miles per hour. They're gusting above 20 miles per hour. So expect a warm spring-like day. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds and maybe a few isolated showers, especially throughout the late afternoon and evening. Temperatures will fall to the 70s tonight, so it stays mild into the evening. Now, farther to the north, there are some storms setting up across the Midwest and the plains today. There is a severe weather risk across the plains and into Texas. And then tomorrow there is a risk of severe weather across the deep south, the Mississippi Valley into the Ohio Valley. And we do have a chance to see severe weather later tomorrow into early Sunday. Not a huge concern. We're in a marginal risk of severe weather. It's a level 1 out of 5. So we'll have to watch for maybe 1 or 2 storms that could produce stronger wind gusts, some lightning, and also some heavy downpours. So we'll watch for 1 or 2 stronger storms later Saturday into early Sunday. So let's time out these showers today and especially this weekend because we have a lot going on this weekend. So a couple passing showers are possible today throughout the afternoon and evening, very hit or miss. And then going into tomorrow, it looks like the majority of Saturday is actually going to be dry. It's not until later tomorrow in the evening hours a few storms will move into the North Shore, and we could see a few stronger storms at this point north of the lake tomorrow evening with some heavier pockets of rain into the North Shore and South Mississippi tomorrow night. Now, as we get into very late tomorrow night and really the overnight into early Sunday morning, that's when a line of showers and storms slowly moves through the area. Still talking some heavy rain north of the lake, and then that drifts south of the lake through the morning hours on Sunday. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. We're seeing rain and storms both sides of Lake Pontchartrain. Storms continue until about 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, and then that line heads off to the east. So we might actually be done with rain by 10 a.m. or so on Sunday morning, which is good for the parades happening in the afternoon Sunday. But we'll have to watch and see, the timing can still change. But right now it's looking pretty good that the worst of the weather should be done by 10 a.m. or so Sunday morning. Now it looks like the rest of Sunday, we may actually trend mostly dry, but it's possible in the afternoon on Sunday, 1 or 2 isolated showers, maybe a storm tries to redevelop. But it looks like the worst of the weather does come later Saturday into the early part of Sunday, which is great news. But if you are headed to the parades this weekend, bring some rain gear just in case, an umbrella, a poncho, things like that. Tomorrow, temperatures will be in the 80s. We'll be in the upper 70s on Sunday because of the rain. And as we go into next week, we're going to have to watch for a pattern change. So this cutoff low pressure system off to the west is going to be headed off to the east across the Gulf South. And that is what could bring us another round of severe weather later next week. The timing of this is looking like late Wednesday, probably early Thursday. But make sure you are checking back because the timing and the impacts can still change with that system. So here's your 7-day forecast. A lot going on. It's going to be warm and humid, and we're going to have a few showers and storms this weekend. Another round comes in later next week, and it may actually cool down later next week after that system pushes through.
It is another